Hello, this is SJ Talks in Life coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. This is a channel, a couple by the name of, you have a YouTube channel by the name of Queen of Kings. They are really trending all over YouTube. They're trending all over YouTube. All over YouTube. They just reached an interracial couple here with a black woman and a white man. They just reached 1 million subscribers. Congratulations to them. Give you a little backstory on these two. As far as what I know, she was married to a black man. She has two children, two sons by a black man. She was married to a black man. I think she was. She has two sons by a black man, and she has two sons, I believe, two sons by this white gentleman here. And so she has two sons by a black man that she was with before a previous marriage, and now she's married to this white man. I guess his name is Brett, and she has two sons by him. That baby is so cute. I've been debating on whether or not I should talk about this, but it's trending all over YouTube. Apparently, I see. I've watched some of their content. I wasn't watching their content at first, but then it popped up in my their channel popped up in my recommendations one day, and they do some of the cutest dances. I gotta admit, they do some of the cutest little dances and stuff, but and I think he's very handsome. He's very handsome, very tall, Paul Bunyan looking ish. And she's a little small, petite black woman. I thought all black women were fat. Isn't that what black men say? I thought all black women were fat. Don't they say we're all fat? She's a small little petite thing, very very small, and she's had 4 children. Very impressive. Very impressive. Had 4 children, and she's very petite, got a beautiful figure, you know. So I guess that dispels that myth that all black women are fat. You know, I had to go there. Anywho, the reason why they're really trending on YouTube right now is because, you know, I've stated in many videos I'm not against interracial relationships. But, there's a huge but, when it comes to white women with black men, white men with black women, because of the history that we have between the horrible, terrible history we have between white and black people in this country, and the still systematic racism and things that's going on, still lots of white people's attitudes towards black people. You know, this thing has been continuing, and then with this election and stuff, a woman of color running, you know, it's just a mess. And the other racist candidate, Donald Trump, and so racial tensions just seem like it's gonna be heating up, you know. But anywho, I want to go into all that. That's a whole nother video. But anywho, you know, because of the the history between blacks and whites in this country and what's still going on, interracial relationships with black and white people are a little bit more complicated versus interracial relationships with other ethnicities because of that history there. Relationships between black and white people are not, I won't say a little bit more complicated, way more complicated, because of that history. And it's sad, but it is what it is. You're going to have more challenges when you're a black person with a white person. You're going to have more challenges. I watched this YouTube channel by the name of, and I spoke about him before, Roadrunner. His channel is Roadrunner89, and he's married to a black woman. He's a Christian white man. He's always uplifting black women. Always very positive and always uplifting the black women. And he highly, and his platform, his whole platform is that he highly encourages white men to get with black women. Um, and he highly encourages it. Um, and I talk about him all the time. More and more statistically, more and more white men are getting into interracial relationships and marriages with black women. The numbers are slightly going up, but statistically, black men still date and marry out more. And he has some interesting conversations about interracial relationships, particularly between black women and white men on his channel. But he's very positive. He's always uplifting black women, and it's he highly encourages white men to get with black women. Um, and there's a lot of white men that do like black men, contrary to what black men want to believe. A lot of black men don't want to believe that desire white men have desired black women since slavery. So I don't know what they think. And white men have always wanted black women since slavery, and white men want black women now. I mean, it's this. A lot of them don't admit it that they do because, like I said, the history, and then you got some folks' families be racist and stuff like that, and a lot of them may not know how to approach black women. Um, white men strike up a conversation with you. That's how they flirt with you. I've had white men just strike up a conversation with me. That's how they flirt. That's how they flirt. They strike up a conversation with you. Black men are more forward. They're more forward, more outspoken. They get right more to the point. White men, they strike up a conversation with you. That's how they flirt. And so if you're a black woman and you're interested in particular white man, and he strikes up a conversation with you, then you have to kind of take a little initiation because all men are afraid of rejection. And so you got to take up a little initiation and say, yeah, so where are you from here? And then start asking him some personal questions and everything, and that'll let him know that he's interested in you. Not that I'm an expert on these things, but like I said, when I look at Roadrunner 20 or 89's channel, they talk about all that stuff. So, anywho, I'm gonna be honest. My main preference is black men. For the record, my main preference is black men. I'm not interested in dating or marrying anybody right now nobody. Period. I ain't checking for none of these men. To be perfectly honest, I ain't checking for none of them. Do I look? Yes, absolutely I do, because I'm still a woman and I'm a heterosexual woman. So absolutely I'm gonna look. And I look at them all now. But at the same time, I'm not checking. I'm not looking to date. I'm not looking to get married. Never gonna say never. I think I didn't went into all that before. Um, but my main preference is black men. Um, you know. But interracial relationships is very complicated. Um, because of the history. They're very, very complicated, and sometimes when you get with a white person, that they got racist people in their family. I've heard that his family members allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't know for sure that his family members are racist, and. But anywho, the problem with now, this is trending on YouTube, so I don't want to come. Don't come for me talking about I'm gossiping. This is trending on YouTube, and I'm a content creator, so I'm offering my opinion. They put it out there. They put saying that she pays the bills and all this kind of stuff. Um, that's how they really popped up in my algorithm, and I really noticed them. She did a video where she's trashing him. I haven't actually seen that video in its entirety. I just seen some clips of it. I haven't seen the video in its entirety. Um, but I've seen clips of it, or where she's bashing him, talking about, I pay the bills and all this kind of stuff, and you know, I guess she said something about when she met him, he was um um how when she met him he was broke and all this kind of stuff. At first, they said at first she was saying that he pays all the bills. At first, okay, I'm gonna go back, rewind back. They said that she was, and I've seen some little TikToks of her. I've seen one TikTok of her saying that she was a black baby mama. Now she got a white king. I think I've seen that little TikTok or little YouTube short of her, or whatever that was. Um, Before she did that, she was bragging about how she was well taken care of, and her white king is taking care of her, and she was with a she went from a black baby mama to, as if to put down black men, as if to. This is what I don't like when black people do. I don't like it when black men do it. I don't like it when black women do it. When you get into an interracial relationship with a white person, you trash the opposite gender in your own race. I hate it when black people do that. I hate it when black people do that. I don't like it when black men do it. I don't like it when black women do it. If you're gonna be with a person of another race, you're supposed to be with them because you love them, not because you got to axe the grind with the men in your own race. You still hurting because of your last relationship with the black man black men you were with. So now you with this white man and you having a successful relationship with him, and so you like, yeah, and black men and black women had a tendency. Black women are guilty of that too. Black men are guilty of it, but black women are guilty of that too. Trashing black men, all black men, because um, they some of them get this, like that, as they call the white savior complex. They call it the white savior complex. Some black women get the white savior complex, and they get into, thinking that the white man is better, and and I said time and time again on here many times that black women do not need to be thinking that just because a man is white don't make him better than a black man, because there are cases where, and I did a video talking about how sometimes women get into marriages with white men and they're racist. Ooh, white men came for me in that video. There's some white men that came for me. I got some good views on that video, but it's some white guys that came for me. But it's the truth. They were talking about it on TikTok. It's the truth. It's reality. I'm not saying all white men, and then I had to clarify. I didn't say all white men were racist with black women, but some of them are. And this is something that black women have to look out for. Okay? You got to make sure that the white man that you hooking up with ain't low-key racist. If his family is racist, then I don't know. You know what I mean? The apple don't fall too far from the tree. It's a reality. And so black women have to be careful when getting into relationships with white men. They have to really vet. You got to pray about it, do background checks as you would with anyone else, and you need to vet. Just like the white man dismembered the young black lady over there in was it Milwaukee? He dismembered her. Sade Robertson was her name. I did a video talking about it. He dismembered her. She went on a date with him, and he dismembered her. And so we of course, okay, black women are being unalived at much higher rates with black men, but it does happen with white men as well. So black women need to be careful. Don't get so caught up in this gender war that's going on between, and that's the issue with the gender war that's going on between black men and black women, because it's fueling all this, and it's giving a lot of black women a false sense of security, thinking that all white men are having this white savior complex, and thinking that all white men are gonna I need to go get a white man and he's gonna treat me better. No, you need to be careful that way too, sis. You need to be careful that way too. I'm not saying this guy is. I'm not talking about this guy. I'm talking about when black women get with white men. They have to be. You have to be careful. You have to be careful. And same with black men with white women. You can't be thinking that this person is better because they're white. And a lot of black people are programmed and conditioned to think that, white folks did a number on us. But we have to deprogram our minds. It's a deprogramming process that has to take place. But it's a lot of black people that think that like what I said in my other video, they think the white man's ice is colder. They think that they're programmed and conditioned to think that white people are better than black people, and no, they're not. You got to look at the history, and look at the things that's going on in this country. Come on now. People are not better because of their race. Let's get that on the table. And I've said that many times in my videos. People are not better because of their race. You got good and bad people in every race. You got good black women, you got bad black women, you got good black men, you got bad black men. There are good and bad people in every race of people. So you can't say all black women are bad. All black men are bad. All white people, whatever. You know what I mean? There's good and bad people in every race and gender. You know what I mean? So you just gotta vet. Particularly if it's well, you got a black woman got to vet either way. We can get got either way, and so we just gotta be careful. And then because of it's being more highly encouraged. Black women are being more encouraged to date out of the race, and a lot of white men know that. What my concern, this is what my concern is. My concern is it's nothing wrong with black women being encouraged to date out because statistically, black women's marital rates are low, and getting with a marriageable black man is very difficult. And black women, I do agree that black women should expand their options if they want to marry, if they're open to doing so. But however, because it's being talked about more especially on YouTube, black women are talking about it more and stuff like that, and it's being more highly encouraged now for black women to do that. There's going to be some white men out there that are racist, and that may take advantage of thinking that, okay, that black women are going to be more open to interracial, and it'll be a Sade Robinson type situation. You know what I mean? Where they get with her, because of this, black women are opening up their minds more. Then the white men that are not for the right things will swoop in and try to hurt the black woman, or unalive the black woman. So that's just something that black women have to be look out for. Just making sure that you vet, regardless of the race of man, and don't be thinking that just because you had a bad relationship with a black man, that thinking that this white man that you with is gonna be perfect, because at the end of the day, he's human. He's human, and he got faults too. All men, I say they all flawed. And women, we got our faults too now. We got our faults too. I got my faults too. I ain't perfect. I ain't never gonna come on here and tell you I'm perfect. I got my faults too. I got issues too. We all got issues. Every last one of us. Every last person, one of us on the planet have issues. And on YouTube, it's very, very evident of people's issues on here. People is very evident on here of issues. Yeah, I got issues. Everybody got issues. We're a work in progress. But we pray and we ask God to help me. I try to be a better person every day. Excuse me. I try to be a better person every day, and I ask God to help me and work with me every day. And I just try to work on myself every day, and I just try to be the best person that I can be every day. Of course, I had a good upbringing. You know, I was raised to treat people with respect and be kind to people and do right. You know, that's how I was raised and that's how I was brought up. So I have carried that throughout my whole life. But I try to be better and better. You know, I try to be better and better. Am I perfect? No, I'm not perfect. And don't ever expect me to be perfect, because I am flawed. I got issues, and I'm imperfect, and I'm not always going to say the right things all the time, you know. So, but I put that out there. And we all got issues, and we all have things that we need to work on. It's just a matter of admitting. Some people don't want to admit that they got issues. Some people don't want to admit that they need to work on certain things. Some people don't want to admit their flaws. So, but but everybody got issues. But the problem was that she came on here and, you know, she trashed the black man, but then she lifted up this white man, and then she came on here and said that, did a video saying that, talking about, oh, he's my provider and he provides good for me and all this stuff. Um, and then she and then she came on here. I seen the clips of it, trashing him, talking about, well, I pay the bills, and when I met you and all this, is talking this trashing the man. You shouldn't do that. I don't care what race of the man is. You should never come on social media and publicly bash your husband. This man is her husband, and you should never do that. You shouldn't do that with a black man. You shouldn't do that with no man. That is not acceptable to do that with any man. I would never, if I was married, I wouldn't put my husband on blast. I don't put my family members on blast. I just don't do that. You know, whatever issue I'm having, gonna stay in house. Okay, you know, I don't put my family business out there, you know, like that. I don't. If I had a husband, I wouldn't put our business out there like that. Everything is not for social media, and so that's what she did, and that was not okay. That's not okay if you was married to any race of man. You know, this is her husband, and he's her head, and she needs to have the proper respect for him. And that was disrespected for respectful for him, for her to come on here and do that. She trashed the man, talking about she paying all the bills and all that kind of stuff. When before she was saying, oh, he takes good care of me and he bought me a house, and was bragging and was trashing black men. But then was lifting this man up, and then she comes on here trashing him. Okay, now so when she did that, that opened up Pandora's box, and it opened up a can of worms. Now she's got people all over YouTube are talking about this. The black manosphere and the red pill is having a field day with this one. They're having a field day with this one. And, you know, they're talking about, yeah, she thought, oh, yeah. I mean, the things that I don't have to go, I'm time to go into everything that they're saying, but, whoa, the black manosphere is having a field day with that one. They're having a field day with this one. The black women are talking about it too. So she opened up Pandora's box. Now she turned around and came on here and said that it was all fake. She turned around and came on here and said it was all fake, and said that she only said that because she had lots of people coming for her. She had lots of trolls coming for her. People were doxing her, and they was coming for her. And women, she said they were mainly women. She said they were mainly women that was coming for her. And she said she only did that to shut down the trolls. Now, that's the part where I'm confused about. And hit me up in the comment section if you have an issue with that too. This is the part that I'm confused about. Okay, you thought you had people coming for you about your relationship, trolls and stuff like that, because that's what we're gonna get when we're content creators. And then the bigger we get, the worse we get, because they have 1 million subscribers now. So the bigger you get on YouTube, the worse that it's gonna get. So she thought by shutting them down would be a good idea to come on here and disrespect her husband. That's the part that don't make sense to me. That's like you already have a fire. You pouring gasoline on the fire to to make it better, thinking that you're going to make it better. You pour gasoline on the fire, what is it going to do? It's going to get worse. That's like pouring gasoline on an already bad fire, and you're pouring gasoline on it. You're going to make it worse. You're going to cause an explosion. What she did was she made the situation worse. Now she's under more scrutiny than what she was before. I don't know how she thought that made sense. What part of her thought that made sense to do that? How did you think? Why did you think that coming on here bashing your husband was gonna shut the trolls down? I just don't understand that. Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. She tried to explain it, but then after I seen the video where she tried to explain it, but it still didn't make sense to me. I'm like, why would you? If I'm, let's say hypothetically speaking, I get married and me and my husband is on YouTube, and I got trolls coming for me, trashing our relationship or whatever. I'm not gonna come on here and bash my husband. Well, I'm gonna come on here and bash my husband. She said that they both plotted together. He knew about it. That they both went in on this thing together. They claimed they went in on this thing together. They both decided to do this thing together. That'd be just like me saying, okay, honey, I'm gonna come on here and trash you so we can shut the trolls down. Come on now. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. You gonna make it worse. I said that either she doesn't have a full understanding about this platform, or she just slow. I'm not trying to bash her and talk about her or nothing, but it's either you don't fully understand this platform and how it works, or you slow. Because I said that doesn't make sense to me, okay? Why would if I had a husband, why would I come on here and trash him? If I got trolls coming for me and my husband, why would I come on here and publicly bash him in order to try to shut the trolls down? That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. She doesn't fully understand how YouTube, this platform, she going to be on this app. She got to fully understand that ain't going to shut them down. That's going to make them worse. Then she had the brothers coming for her. After she did that, she had the brothers coming for her, because now the brothers is like, yeah, y'all think the white man is better and this and that. Now she got them started. She got them started now. Whereas they necessarily wasn't really talking about it much before, but now she done got the brothers talking stuff now. The red pill, the black manosphere, okay? They love to rub when relationships are unsuccessful between the relationships with white men and black women are more successful, but when they're not successful, black men like to rub that stuff in our face. You ain't rubbing it in my face because I ain't with no white man. But they like to rub it in black men. Yeah, y'all say they better and all that. See, yeah. So they love to rub that in our faces and all that kind of stuff. So she came on here and she bashed black men and she uplifted this man, and then she turns around and comes on here and trashes the man. So of course the brothers is gonna come for her. Of course they gonna come for her. Quite naturally, they gonna come for her. So all she did was fuel the fire, and then she's got lots of people that are doing, including myself, are doing videos about this situation here. All you did was draw more attention. I think they did it to get more views. I think people do that on here. They lie. They lie. They do clickbaits to make more money. But all money ain't good money. People create drama to pull in more views. I think they did it on purpose to create more drama so they can pull in views. Because you couldn't have did it to shut people down, because you should have known they weren't going to shut people down. They did it to generate more views so they can make more money. They got 300,000 views on this video here. They did it to make more money. That's what they did. They did it to make more money. Creating drama for a bigger paycheck, for a bigger YouTube payday. And all money ain't good money. Because now you got this man looking bad. If this man is really, I see some sincerity in the man's eyes. I see sincerity in his eyes. I see, You know, I could be wrong. Um, I don't pick up that he's a bad guy. But in all marriages, you're gonna have problems, and you really gonna have problems in an interracial marriage. You know, you got to be a very strong person to be in an interracial, particularly with a white person, because you gonna get backlash from both sides. You're gonna get it from black folks. You're gonna get it from white folks. Then it might be some people in your family that might have a problem with it, and it's gonna be some people in his family gonna have a problem with it. That's a reality of it. And if you're blessed enough to not have any problems on either side of the families, you blessed. But in most cases, you're gonna have somebody that ain't gonna be cool with it in your family, and then you're gonna have somebody in his family that ain't gonna be cool with it. And if there's racist people in his family, then you got a whole nother issue. I heard allegedly his parents had called her kids the N word. Now I'm gonna say allegedly. I don't know for sure, you know, but that's what I'm saying. That's problematic. Okay, that's problematic, and that's what I'm saying. So you're gonna get issues on both sides. So see, interracial relationships are even more complicated. It's hard being in a relationship with someone of your own race. It's a challenge being with someone of your own race. But then when you a white person, you're a black person with a white person in a relationship or a marriage with a white person, it's going to be even more challenging. And so you have to be extremely strong. The love between you two has to be real thick. You can't be in the relationship for the wrong reasons because it ain't going to work. And if you have love amongst each other, it's got to be, that love better be thick. And you definitely need God, number one. That's all relationships, you know? And the love between you two has got to be thick. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you got to be really strong. And so if this man really is not what she said he was in that video, that she's making him look bad to now everybody has a different at this point I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. I don't know if, you know, he don't seem like I've seen some of their other content before and after that situation, and he really doesn't seem like a bad guy, but you know, I don't know. I mean, you kind of don't know what to think now. I don't know what to think now because of what she did. So she blew this man up at first, and then she turned around and trashed him. So who even knows what the truth is anymore with these two? Who knows the truth? I ain't trying to be in their business like that, but they put it out there. Who knows the truth? But it's not a good idea to come on social media and bash your mate. At the end of the day, it's about, okay, this is who she's married to. This is her husband. And it's not okay for her to come on here and publicly bash her mate. That is not okay. It's never okay to do that. It ain't okay for a man to do it with his wife. You know, relationships are private. Some things you need to keep off of social media. There's nothing wrong with having a family channel. But there's certain things that you have to use discretion on what to show and what not to show. You know, as far as y'all personal, because you're going to have problems in every relationship. Interracial is going to be more challenging. Okay, keep that behind closed doors. Whatever issues that y'all having, keep that behind closed doors. And then just do the family content of y'all with the children, and y'all, they live in Hawaii now. They're living in Hawaii because they've moved around all over the place, and now they're in Hawaii. Okay, show videos of y'all in Hawaii and y'all with the children. This is a really interesting blended family. So show y'all with the kids and all that stuff. Show the positive stuff. Keep that negative stuff off the internet. You know, and whatever y'all issues y'all got going on behind closed, keep that stuff behind closed doors. Don't bring it on social media, because it ain't gonna do nothing but make it worse. Now she got more people talking about it. She got the brothers on her back. They doing videos about it, and you know how they like to put us all in the same box. Y'all think y'all. No, it ain't no y'all. That's just this black woman. It ain't no y'all. Y'all like to think that white men is better. It ain't no y'all. Stop saying y'all. Okay? It's this black woman here. Okay? They love to do that. They love to put us all in the same box. You know? And so that's what I'm saying, that she didn't cause it, she didn't create it more of a problem. Now they got to deal with the trolls even worse now. You didn't get them off your back. And I don't believe that's why she did it. I think she did it. They did it to generate more views and subscribers. You know, I could be wrong. YouTubers do that kind of stuff all the time. YouTubers do that stuff all the time. The Prince family does it. The Prince family does it. And they're multimillionaires. You know, they got to keep that money coming in. You know, faking robberies and things like that. You know, clickbaits. They got to keep that money coming in. So they got to create a little bit of drama to keep the money, to keep the money coming in. I think it's dishonest. I think you're being dishonest to your audience. And I don't believe in doing that, And when you get at that level, you need to be having some other sources of income. You shouldn't even have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that when you get to that level. When you get to that level, you need to be investing your money and pooling your other money into other resources and creating other sources of income. When you get to that level, I mean, you shouldn't have to feel like you should have to do that to make more money. But I believe that's why they did it. But hit me up in the comment section. Let me know. I had to put my little 2 cents in. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this situation with Queen of Kings is the name of their channel. This white man with this black woman. They have a blended family. Like I said, she had 2 kids by a black man in her previous marriage or relationship or whatever. And then she had 2 kids by this guy. Beautiful sons. And it's a blended family type situation. So it's been all over YouTube. So, but let me know what you guys think about that. Everything that I talked about in this video, Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think. Did she make the situation worse? Absolutely. She should have never done it. She making herself look bad. She made him look bad. She made the relationship look bad. And it's just creating more drama and stress in your relationship. So let me know what your thoughts are on it. And go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and share. And the notification bell. Until the next video, you guys be blessed.